Hey everybody, it's Scott from ScottyTheNJMedium.com. If you're new here, please do me a favor, like my page, and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you're watching this on Facebook, please do me a favor and give me a follow. I really appreciate it. So somebody asked me, how did you get started doing this and what made you want to help other people? Well, it's an interesting story. First off, I didn't seek out being a medium. I did in my life have a higher than normal rate of paranormal experiences. I didn't know they were higher than normal until later on in life when I found out like not this many people see this much ghost stuff. So that was cool. So what happened was one day I'm minding my business, taking a shower, and this voice pops in my head. Bing, right? Pretend. Bing, like this voice pops in, right? And it says, "Hi, I'm Pop." And I said, in my head, I'm like, this is weird. So I keep washing my hair. Washing my hair, ignoring this. You know my daughter, I need you to give her a message. And I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be real, whatever I'm experiencing. I think I'm losing my mind right now. So I'm like, okay, being skeptical of whatever's going on in my brain, but open to what's happening because again, I'm fairly open to a lot of stuff. You have to be, I guess, right? That's what I always say, be open. Anyways, I get out of the shower, I grab my notebook and a pen, and I start writing. I start writing down all the thoughts that are going through my head about what this voice is telling me. It says, "My name's Pop. I want you to talk about a wedding party that just happened. There was a blue sports car and people all around it in their wedding clothes." And I said, "Okay, that's strange. I'll write it down." And I saw it, so I saw it and I wrote it down. Then some other personal details, which I'll keep out from the video because they're a part of the family stuff that I don't want to talk about. And then he also spoke about his mom. And the way he spoke about his mom was this. He showed me a photograph and he said, "This is me, and I want you to talk about this woman." So he didn't indicate it's his mom at the time. He just says, "I want you to talk about this woman. This is what she's wearing in the photograph. It's like a pink or salmon colored dress, pearls, she has brown hair, and then I get a whiff of like baking, like cupcakes or cake or whatever, right? And he gives me her name. And I said, "Okay." And this is for my mom's friend. So I knew who that was. And I've known them for a long time, but I didn't know her dad. I may have met him once in my life, but not to any extent that I knew much about him. So I write everything down. I call my mom and I say, "Mom, would so-and-so be interested in hearing from her dad if this is like a real thing that's happening?" And my mom says, "Yeah, I think they actually are really into that kind of thing. I will call her and find out." Within a little bit from there, I get a call and yeah, they're willing to listen to what I have to say. So we set up a quick meeting, and from there, I go and meet with them and I bring my book and I sit down and I say, "Okay, let's talk about this obvious, crazy, possible information I have." And I open up the book and I'm like, what's up with this blue sports car and a wedding party?" And she smiles and she says, "Well, we were just at a wedding over the weekend and there was a blue classic sports car and the wedding party had rented it specifically to take photographs with. So that's right on, that makes sense." And that was the first validation that I ever had. First off, that like, how could you know something that you know nothing about, right? And two, that even when we don't know that our loved ones are with us, they're with us and they're watching and they have details of things that are happening around us, right? So the second thing was all the personal information that came through, which again, I'm not going to share. However, it was very pertinent, but I will share with you the other wow moment that really wowed me. The most wow part of the whole story was this. The photograph that I had seen, I described it, just like I just described to you, and she called her mother, who's still with us, and Mom dug up a photograph out of a wedding album from the day that she got married to Pop. And wouldn't you know it, that there in the wedding album is a photograph of him with this woman, and just as described, she's wearing the pink dress, the pearls, the brown hair that's done nicely, and the name that I came out with in my notes matched that. So that was my wow moment. I said, this is amazing. Like, is it real? Can this be duplicated? And that sent me on my mission. How did that make me want to help other people? First off, I really got excited to be able to tell her that possibly her dad was talking to me from beyond. especially since I have never seeked out mediumship before that. It just happened. So here's a spontaneous message from somebody from beyond, and it was crystal clear as thoughts in my head and as visions, and nothing that was scary or dark or made me nervous. It was just interesting. So that, bringing her that happiness that her dad was talking, was awesome. Possibly talking, right? Because at this point, I got to tell you, I was still skeptical of what was going on. So moving forward from there, I went ahead and I dove into mediumship head on, which I will talk about in the next video if you care to hear it. I want to say thanks for joining me today. It was a real pleasure talking to you. If you haven't yet, please do me a favor, like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that bell so you know when I upload more videos. And if you're watching on Facebook, thanks as always. Don't forget to give it a share to your friends and let them hear this really neat story. It was really nice talking to you. Until next time, I'll see you.